Welcome to Live, Life-Inspired Views for Every Day. My name is Chris Meyer, and I'm a curious soul. One of the Christmas stories I have enjoyed telling over the years happened long ago during the Great Depression of the 1930s in a one-room schoolhouse in North Dakota. Times were so very hard, families had little and especially lacked hope. Well, that particular Christmas, the teacher of the one-room schoolhouse was busy at her desk assigning the parts for the Christmas pageant that they would be having at the school. She had one problem. Jack. Jack was a young boy who, though in those days, was said to be dim-witted. She wondered, what could Jack do? He couldn't memorize a part in the play, so what could he do? Suddenly she thought, he could be the innkeeper. The innkeeper only had to say no, and Jack could say no. Well, the night of the Christmas program came. The little schoolhouse was filled with friends and family from around the area. A bedspread served as the stage curtain strung over a wire near the front of the school. Then the program began. All went well. Finally, it came to the part where Mary and Joseph would come to the inn to seek shelter for the night. The children assigned to that part made their way from the back of the school to the front, where an inn with a cardboard door stood. Joseph knocked, and out stepped Jack. Very proud Jack. He stood in front of the door, beaming as Joseph began his lines. "Hello, my name is Joseph. This is my wife, Mary. She is about to have a baby. Do you have room for us in your inn?" Jack just stood there. He said nothing. Joseph repeated his lines. "Hello, my name is Joseph. This is my wife, Mary. She is about to have a baby. Do you have room for us in your inn?" Jack said nothing. The crowd started getting restless, and the teacher from the side of the stage whispered loudly, "Jack, just say no." Joseph said his lines a third time. "Hello, my name is Joseph. This is my wife, Mary. She is about to have a baby. Do you have room for us in your inn?" And suddenly Jack smiled and said, "Yes, there is room. I'll make room." No one in the audience could recall much of the rest of the program that night. But they never forgot the feeling that filled that small school when Jack said, "Yes, there is room. I'll make room." For some reason, it sent a trickle of badly needed hope through that entire struggling and tired community. That is a profound message. There is room. There is always room for good, for hope, for joy, for compassion, for peace, for faith, for love. But there is never room for hatred, for judgment, for cynicism, for meanness, for violence, for destruction. Dr. Martin Luther King said, "I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear." Amy Werner, a developmental psychologist who has done extensive research in the area of resiliency, was a child in England during World War II. In her book, Through the Eyes of the Innocents, she tells the story of the children of World War II that are found in their diaries, letters, and journals kept during that time. She writes how they endured and how they were changed by all that had happened to them that they could do nothing about. Amy Werner writes, "The message they share today across the boundaries of time and place with other child survivors of modern wars is an extraordinary affirmation of life, shaped by their hardiness and resourcefulness, by their strong bonds to their families and communities, and above all, by the life-sustaining power of hope." She goes on to say, "You need not despair. For the stories of the child survivors of World War II teach us that war and violence-induced physical and psychological trauma are not irreversible. We can feed and clothe the children of war, find shelter for those in need of refuge, bind the wounds of the hurt and maimed. People of goodwill did that for the children of World War II. We can do it again. We can give hope to the children of war, provide them with the love of caring adults, a member of the family, a teacher, someone who will listen and hold their hand. We can use schools as places to restore structure and routine in young lives, where the children can learn the skills to rebuild their world in peace. We did it before when the whole world lay in ruins. we can do it again. This is the message of hope. This is making room for joy, peace, happiness, healing, faith, and love. So, my friends, this Christmas season and throughout the new year, focus on hope. This week, on your bathroom mirror, write, there is room for hope. I'll make room. Join me next Monday for Live, life-inspired views for every day. I'm Chris Meyer, and I'm a curious soul.